Hi, everyone. I'd like to introduce Jim Barrett, CEO of Edge TI, and Nicholas Brigman, who is Vice President of Investor Relations. We'll have a 30-minute presentation with questions at the end of the session. Jim, take it away.
Nilsa, thank you very much for having us here today. So whenever we start things off, we want to talk about what we're going to cover today. Given that this is an investor conference, I can assume that everyone listening to this presentation are looking for ways to deploy capital or interesting businesses to invest in. Edge is the solution to that investment. We bring to the market a need that every company, every IT, every large organization has. We are in a growing marketplace, and we have tier 1 clients with a second to none leadership team. What does Edge TI do? Edge, we want to talk about a story. I think people listen to stories and can understand them a little bit better. I'll give you a quick example. All of us today have likely smart TVs. You have a remote control that controls the TV, something that controls your cable box, something that controls apps. Those apps have logins. Those logins have passwords and verifications. An example of something that I went through this past weekend, there was a pay-per-view event, sporting event that I wanted to watch. I logged into my TV, went on Hulu tied me to ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus asked me to log in. The login had to be verified by sending me a text to my phone. I then had to reset my password, and eventually, after about 20, 30 minutes, I was able to watch the event that I had already paid for. So I am paying for these services, and I'm asking myself, why is it this complicated? All I want to do is watch TV. Now imagine any large organization. If you look at the screen there, 451 research says that nearly half of all enterprises have over 100 different applications. And these are tier 1 applications that people consider essential to their business. You look at a Fortune 100 organization, those organizations likely have over 1,000. So the challenge that we face at home is multiplied by a great deal of complexity for organizations that they're spending millions and millions of dollars annually. And all they want to do is know what is happening within their organization, their line of business, or information that is relevant to them so they can make better decisions. Edge solves that very issue. What is Edge? So if you look at the screen here, Edge connects to clients' existing investments. This isn't a high-risk proposal. These are, you're tying together the things that you already own. The mature applications that you have in-house that are likely good at the individual solutions they're providing. However, when you need to combine multiple sources of data, it is very difficult to do. It is often not live, it's historic. It's hard to change, it's hard to adjust, and it's complex to put together. So what do we bring together? We have over 200 pre-built out-of-the-box interfaces, connectors. We're connecting to financial systems, HR systems, trouble ticketing systems, application management systems, money transfer systems, whatever. There's 211, I think, is the exact number that we have today. We can connect these and get these solutions available to our clients within 30 to 60 days. This can be consumed via the cloud, on-premise, hosted, whatever way the clients and organizations that we deal with want to consume this product. It doesn't require a great deal of development. These are very visual. It's low code, no code. It is an industry term, but in reality, you want to make changes to this product, you don't need a team of developers. You can likely do it with just dragging and dropping of visualizations to get updates within hours, not days or weeks. So as we are solving these complex problems for our clients, you're going to ask, what is the market opportunity itself? If you can look on the chart on the left, you're going from about $1.5 trillion to $2.8 trillion in spend by 2025. These are annual spends. This is the forecast by IDC Statistica. If you also look, there's some information referenced on the right of the organizations around the world, large complex organizations. 75% of these clients are viewing this as they need to make decisions. They need to take action to solve this issue. There was only maybe 11% of the sample marketplace that says they have it under control today. So the most important things here are it's a growing market, it's a large market, and the client base would acknowledge that it is a problem they need to solve. What does Edge look like today? Who is using this product? When we came into the business, we were almost 100% public sector government clients. Since in the past 24 months, we've grown to about half and half. The product originally came out of the DoD space. It was used primarily for situational awareness in defense-related initiatives. Since then, Edge has been able to gain the #1 consulting company in the world, the #1 financial services organization in the world, #1 payroll processor in the world, #1 credit card company in the world. We have 6 of the top global communication service providers in the world. 2 Edge communication service providers are wireline, wireless data organizations. We are used by cities for visibility into the health and safety of their constituents, as well as smart cities initiatives. Global systems integration firms use us within their offerings to provide their clients better visibility into the services they're subscribing to. The key attribute that you will see through all of these client uses is speed to make decisions, speed around increasing revenue, decreasing cost, decreasing operational cost, providing safety awareness to first responders. Department of Defense clients are using for situational awareness in the field. The common key is people are using our product to solve real world problems that are impacting their businesses in a live and real-time situation. Here's an example of executive visibility that we provided for a client, Northwind. Northwind has 13 business units. They have approximately 4,000 people in the field. The United States government had passed a mandate to say by the end of January of 2022, whoever is not fully COVID vaccinated cannot report to a job site. So if you have 4,000 people that work in federal job sites, that's very important when you have 60 days to comply. That's where we started. Within a very short amount of time, about 4 weeks amount of time, we were put together a system that could tell the client, Northwind, in live real time, how their employees in the field were complying with this. As we move that forward, we are used now for complete visibility into corporate performance of all these 13 business units. They can make real-time decisions based on data, contract fulfillment, profitability, where resources are, how to reallocate resources to better fulfill. We looked at a savings of approximately $1.5 million. It's 13 times more efficient. This ultimately saves Northwind money, real dollars in real time. I spoke earlier about how we were used in some city type applications. Here is a longtime client of Edge's. It is the Department of Information Technology for New York City, Do It. They have 120 departments, 300,000 employees, and Do It is the IT service provider for all of New York City. If you look at the screen in the middle, the control center is Edge, that all of the agents use as they receive the 11 plus 911 calls, 11 plus million 911 calls annually. Edge is providing visibility into where resources are in the field related to the address, what has happened at that address, where is police, where is fire, where are ambulance, first responders. So what you're seeing is faster time to resolve any human safety issues, You're keeping first responders safer. And on top of it, when issues occur, you can decrease the time by nearly 50% to solve those very problems. So when I came into the business, we had almost zero subscription revenue. The chart on the top left is showing how we went from 42,000 a month to 300 and nearly 25,000 a month. We expect to finish this year at $552,000 a month in subscription. Our average deal size is $287,000 annually. Our gross margins remain strong at 78%. As I referenced earlier, we have 211 out-of-the-box integrations, 28 active customers, and 3 strategic partners. So, what is our strategy going forward for Edge? We want to influence the partner community. I referenced earlier, we have 3 strategic partners in the marketplace today. The increase of those partners and better support of those partners will enable Edge to grow rapidly. We offer something that is not easy to duplicate in the marketplace. The alternatives are unknown timelines, unknown spend, build something yourself, tie together existing solutions. That's a high risk proposal. Edge offers something that with the right partner community, we can grow their trusted advisors to those clients. They are solving real problems with the trusted advisor status. Edge can solve the problems again in 30 to 60 days. The other thing we're going to be doing going forward is I showed our annual deal size of nearly $300,000. We want to try to put together faster delivery, out of the box, more streamlined solutions. As an example, people might want to just have financial visibility into different business units. We don't need to tie together 100 applications for that. That is something that we can put together and deliver a more rapid time frame, resulting in lower cost because we're focused on one specific use case. The other is we need to make our product even easier to use. The more easier the product is to use, the more people can consume. Our model is based on users, platform, and integrations. The more people can use, the more they can expand, the more we can get those metrics increased. With COVID, as we all know, there was very limited opportunity for trade shows, analysts, in-person meetings. We look forward to engaging on more of that. We have a very visual story to tell, and we look forward to engaging with industry analysts, direct one-on-one sales engagement, as well as industry trade shows. We'll be engaged in multiple of them. As the very reason we're here today, we want to engage on clear communications to the investor community and continue that going forward. This is one event of, I'm sure we'll be doing many more. And as it applies, M&A is a great fit for Edge because we offer this integration platform. As we see opportunity to grow in the marketplace where we think we can enhance things, we offer a bolt-on capability that's very easy to integrate to our platform. As I said at the beginning, the market's growing, we have tier 1 customers, and here are the people behind Edge. So if you look at the leadership team, this is Jim Barrett. I'm the Chief Executive Officer. Virtually every person on here listed has spent their entire career in the technology space. We've been fortunate within the last 60 months, probably every member of the management team has been involved in 8- and 9-figure exits for the organizations they were part of or organizations they represented. Each of the management team comes from a large best practices type organization, as well as startups. Each member of the team has been involved in small organizations that they were nimble and make decisions quickly, yet they took the best practices from the large organizations and are applying them at Edge. Here is the board of directors. Our CFO, Jason James, and I represent it from the company itself. We're deeply involved in operations and, of course, members of the board. Seth Kay, he is the person who represents Affiliated Capital Corporation on our board. We also have Christian Mack and David Roman. They represent Lotus Innovations, The Lotus Innovations was the primary shareholder of Edge, while Seth was the primary shareholder of Aphelion Capital. Outside of that, we have two independents with Ed Mead and Steve Owings. Ed has 20 years of experience in the healthcare space. He's an executive at Abbott Labs. Steve Owings has started and taken public organizations, most recently a company called ScanSource, is a technology distribution firm based in Greenville, South Carolina. So when I talked about originally, we talked about the market, we talk about the overall market, we talk about the clients that do business with Edge, we talk about our leadership team. So here is the value that we bring to the table. When you look at market comparables, these are market cap by revenue multiples. And you look at these, this was taken even in today's tumultuous market. These were taken just, I think, within the last 48 hours. Edge is bringing about a 5x multiple, where you look at these other players in the industry, they're comparing, the peer average is above 12, and that is the average of those other organizations outside of Edge listed on this slide. Because of our revenue position and where we are today, I would say that, you know, with the right partners, with the right focus on the industry, with the continued support of our management team, we've all been here 2 years or less. It is very easy for us to move the needle. Even if you look at these, say nothing changed and these depressed multiples stay in place, it is very easy for us to move the needle based on where we are today. And if you look in the previous slides where we are growing and nearly doubling our subscription revenue annually, it's impressive to me. So I would say that Edge offers a great opportunity in the marketplace when you have industry comparables. Here is where we are today. Edge is traded under the symbol CTRL on the TSX Venture Exchange. This is how we're structured today. We're in a growing market, as I said. We welcome any questions that I can address. One thing that's interesting here on this slide, of the share count, insider ownership is approximately 60%. We have a preferred share class that vests over 44 months. The first period is in September, and it is representing 10% vesting every 6 months from September forward. The debentures that are there, they were made by directors and officers of the company itself. They invested in the company, and they will be converting to equity in the near future. I welcome everyone's questions if there are any. All right, one of the questions here is, with COVID and war that is happening, do you have or are pursuing any of the following customers: healthcare, government, military, or banking? Yes, the answer is absolutely. We have every branch of the United States military as clients. NATO is one of our clients. Our most common use of the product is situational awareness, oftentimes of special operations on the ground in the theater of operations. So you're allowing people to see what is happening live and in real time to make command and control decisions from a secure position behind the front line. Some of our clients in the defense sector use us for the front end of global cyber situational awareness. And banking. Yeah, banking is a great client base for us. People, as I said in the previous slides, people that are facing the ability to make decisions very quickly. You know, you can picture an equities trading firm. If something's impacting the processing of trades, you need to resolve that very quickly. And when you have many applications telling you what happens, it's a matter of check this, check that, check this, check that. There aren't really alternatives of how to tie all that together. So we're a natural fit for banking and finance. People that are processing transactions, they are key client bases for us. One of the other questions we had is, what is the lead time to acquire a customer? What's the acquisition cost? I'd like to say that the acquisition cost is high, but if you look at where we're at today, we're spending money really on sales salary. It's fairly low. It's the cost of our sales and marketing team, which Edge has been bootstrapped virtually from the beginning of my time here. We don't spend money on trade shows. We haven't had the luxury of spending those because many of those activities were done, but we look forward to spending it this year. The cost is essentially the salaries of the sales and marketing staff. The time to get customers is 3 months to 6 months from hello to closing of a transaction. What is the exit revenue for 2021 and forecast for 22? The exit revenue, and these are US dollars, is approximately $4 million in 21 US dollars and 5.1 million in 22. Are there other questions that I might be able to answer? All right. What's the cash balance and what's the minimum cash balance that you maintained? Again, throughout my time at Edge, we have essentially raised no funds. We were bootstrapped the whole time. Our cash balance today is around $2.5 million, I believe. We spend, our cost of operations are around $500,000 a month. But that doesn't mean we're going to run out of money in 5 months. The way we conduct business when we do contracts, people pay for the contract in advance. So if we conduct our average deal, let's say you do 2 to 3 deals, 4 deals in a quarter, that money is paid in advance of the contract. We do this, and then annually in 12 months, the next period of performance is due, and people pay at that time. Can I answer any other questions?
Jim, right now the question pool is empty.
All right. All right. What else can I tell you about Edge? We look forward to engaging. I believe we have 8 meetings tomorrow. We look forward to learning more about any ways that we can help anyone. If you want to get in touch with us, you can see EdgeTI, edgeti.com, and ir@edgeti.com is our investor relations contact. Nelsa, is there anything else?
I think that's all. Thanks so much for a great presentation. Appreciate your time. And if anyone has any questions that you think of later, you can always leave it on the MeetMax platform and we can forward it to management. And I think we are done.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Jim. Thank you, Nick.
Thanks.
Thanks
Bye.
so much. Bye.